good, Samurai Gang? It's your boy Sue, and yes, we're back with another video. A double upload. That's absurd. When do I ever do a double upload? Anyway, why Goku versus Gojo isn't close? Now, I'ma just say this, right? Over the course of the last year or 2 years, people have been spamming me about how can Goku beat somebody he can't touch? Like, Gojo got an infinity barrier between him and anything, so nothing really could touch him. And I'm like, I don't know too much about his abilities, right? All I know about Gojo is that he has the purple and blue, he got the red and blue sphere or whatever, and yeah, that attack, and it combines and it makes purple and then color clashes and, you know, stuff of that nature. I forgot all about his abilities. I'm gonna keep it aside with you. I have not been keeping up with the manga. I don't even read the manga. Like, I just wait till the adaptation of the show comes out and then I'll check it out. But as far as my interest in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's not really high. It's like really low. Like, I don't really care. But you guys be telling me, y'all spam me with enthusiasm, talking about, yo, Sue, Gojo could beat Goku because Goku can't touch him. I'm like, okay. Okay. But we gonna check it out. We're gonna see. You guys, if you feel like anything is wrong in the video, type it down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like if this is your first time on my channel. Let's check it out.
Goku versus Gojo. Probably one of the biggest anime debates in history, rivaling the likes of Goku versus Saitama.
I was about to say, like, the biggest anime battles in history is between Goku and Saitama. Who's gonna win? Because you got one person who has never lost a fight, and you have Gojo where you really can't be touched by normal means. But Goku is not a normal person. He will give you these hands.
Which, if this video gets 100 likes, I'll do. The reason this is one of the biggest debates in anime.
That's what it's called, Eliminate Void.
Is because of Gojo's hacks like Limitless. And in this video I'm going to be going over how Goku would fare up against that, who would win, and why. Gojo is a character that comes from a series known as Jujutsu Kaisen, where he's displayed feats that can easily put him at island level, and using Dagon's domain expansion, which you could highball to start.
That's my problem with power scaling, right? You have island level characters, but since they have broken like abilities in their verse and it looks bigger than what it is, and then you try to battle people who's on a much higher tier, it looks crazy. Y'all trying to like say, oh yeah, he can manipulate space and time, and then because he can manipulate space and time, he could fight and one-shot Goku because he has this ability called Limitless. That's how y'all power scalers sound, bro. And it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You cannot be weak as fuck with broken abilities and think you can fight somebody who's massively, and I mean massively stronger than you. No. Yo, hacks, no. No.
Our level, depending on whether you think this layer in this panel is SAR, and Rebel SXP is going off many calculations that have been made for Jujutsu Kaisen. While Goku has beaten characters with enough power to destroy planets, stars, solar systems, galaxies, and even universes, and more, with speeds surpassing the speed of light by massive margins, taking in the fact that Goku was able to travel through hell, which has been calculated at 4.38 quadrillions of times faster than light in his base, not accounting for his other Super Saiyan transformations, making him far, 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 far back.
Toaster, bro, I understand your annoyance and when you're speaking. I understand because that's literally how I feel. Like, you can't just sit there and be like, oh yeah, he got these broken hacks. When hacks in the Dragonverse doesn't always work when you're way weaker than me. We've seen that multiple times. Like when Super Buu turned, when Buhan turned Vegito into like a little chocolate ball. The point of that was to like transform into a chocolate, eat him, absorb him, and he really can't move. But what happened was Vegeta proceeded to beat Buhan's ass. That's literally what happened. He proceeded to beat his ass as a small piece of candy. When Buu uses his candy beam attack on anybody else, you became an egg, piece of chocolate, whatever type of food, you could not move. You was not strong enough to move. But when he used it on Vegito, what did Vegito do? He proceeded to beat his ass as a piece of candy. And forced him to transform him back. Come on, that's how hacks work in this verse. In the Dragon Ball verse, that's really the only way hacks work. That's it. You can't sit there and try to overthrow another verse's story, plot, hacks, how it works to up your own. It doesn't work that way. It can't work that way in a versus battle. It will never work that way.
Faster than Gojo. So you might be wondering, why do people think that Gojo has a chance of beating Goku?
Yeah.
It actually comes from Gojo's hacks. He's no regular attack, and it's because of his ability Limitless. In Jump Giga Summer, a lecture was given by two special grade mathematicians and the Jujutsu Kaisen editor, Mr. Takano. They theorized on how Gojo's ability works, using in real life science and math, saying, end quote, Gojo creates an infinity space between him and his opponent, rapidly slows down the movement of his abilities approaching him. As a result, they can never touch his body, which can be explained with the tortoise paradox, which Gojo even gives reference to in the manga. The paradox proposed by an ancient Greek philosopher named Zeno, given the idea that if Achilles could erase a tortoise, given a head start, he would never reach the tortoise, due to there being an infinite number of steps he would have to take. Every time Achilles would reach the halfway point between him and the tortoise, there would be another halfway, meaning no matter how far he gets, he will never touch the tortoise, which ultimately makes motion impossible. And since technically you could reach point B from point A in ways that his abilities describes things naturally.
Wait, so like my question to you is like, so the Flash, right? So you tell me the Flash can never reach Gojo ever, even though he's above the concept of speed himself, like, or Saber, like she could never hit Gojo when she's literally broken. She's beyond concepts of space and time. Like she's above that though. So like, would that apply to somebody like her?
Negative numbers in impossible situations like -1 manifest, meaning his ability can create impossibilities, meaning Zeno's paradox is real inside the Gojo's ability.
I'm not gonna lie, the power scaling talk is always funny to me because it's like listening to it is like, alright, I can never speak like that. I won't speak like that. I'll just simplify whatever they say so that people understand what I'm saying. I always find it funny though.
Bringing the idea that you have to take an infinite number of steps to reach the tortoise, you then in turn would need to take an infinite number of steps to reach Gojo. And this isn't even accounting for his red and blue technique, or even his limitless void for that matter. These attacks work on a molecular level, granting a durability negation. So how does Goku fare up against hacks like these in any way? So now that I explained all of Gojo's abilities of Limitless, explaining the convergence of an infinite series of Achilles and a tortoise paradox manifested, explaining the convergence of an infinite series of the Achilles and a tortoise paradox, which makes this fabricated infinity between any person or thing. I've seen the argument going around that Goku could just use instant transmission to bypass this infinity, which is an interesting take on this, with teleportation being defined as instantaneous. Seeing as though Gojo's barrier is infinite, you can argue that Goku's instant transmission won't work by saying that he's been shown to
like instant and then infinite. No, I believe that it won't work at all. So like, would somebody like Hit, like, will his ability work on that? I feel like Hit's abilities, time skip, will probably work better against Gojo. Right? So say if Goku ever learned time skip, I've always said this. If you give Goku broken ass hacks, if he was ever focused on broken abilities, he'll be way stronger than what he is.
Boston infinite distance. You can kind of counter this argument by saying that Goku would only need to sense Gojo's energy across this distance, seeing as though the only time instant transmission was defective was in the case that the person he was trying to reach didn't cast enough energy for Goku to sense and ultimately travel to. However, Goku can easily sense Gojo's energy when he's standing directly in front of him, which the distance would now be irrelevant. Any counter-argument to this would fall under appeal to ignorance, which asserts that a proposition is false because it has not yet been proven. It basically just means that instant transmission hasn't shown to work on an infinite distance, doesn't mean it can't. Gojo...
That's also true.
It's a plethora of durability negating abilities such as red and blue, advanced limitless techniques. Blue brings the concept of negative space into existence. When he does this, the surrounding area tries to fill up in negative space, generating a strong force of attraction. He's able to make people's bodies implode by channeling reverse cursed energy. Gojo can use red. Red works as bringing the divergence of infinity into reality, creating a repel effect. Hollow purple is the combination of the two. The fusion of the convergent and divergence creates a collision of both infinities, creating an infinite imaginary mass, pretty much just erasing whatever is in its way. And these abilities work on a molecular level, granting a durability negation. However, Goku will not be affected by these abilities, seeing as though Goku was able to resist the erasure of Hakai, the same energy that can erase intangible beings, such as Ghost, out of existence, and even work on a fourth dimensional level. Abilities that work on a molecular level won't have...
So what I'm hearing is that Goku could use Hakai, right? It's been, like, that's an official thing. Like, he could definitely use Hakai. He used it on Murzamatsu, right? So what I'm hearing is that probably Goku could, like, Hakai Gojo, or probably erase or negate his ability like that. That's how I'm hearing it. Let me know if I'm wrong. Comment down below.
Have any effect on someone who can survive fourth dimensional existence erasure. However, Gojo's Infinite Void is a whole other story. Gojo's Infinite Void presents the target with limitless information, compelling them to see and feel all the information of the universe.
I feel like this right here will probably fuck up Goku. I don't know, but this is like my gut feeling is telling me, like, this move right here will probably fuck him up.
Which causes a state of paralysis from all the infinite knowledge, and just eventually causing them to die slowly. Getting caught in this domain will probably be fatal for Goku. However, you could make the argument that since Goku has Ultra Instinct, he can still fight, seeing as though Ultra Instinct allows the user to move and react while being completely unconscious of anything but the fight. If Goku has the ability to attack through the infinite barrier itself, Gojo's ability works on a time and space level. Although passive, Goku can literally just punch through time and space. Goku was able to blast hit in a different dimension of time and space. He wasn't even in the same space-time as Goku. Jiren was able to do this with raw punches. It would escape hits, pocket dimension, and Jiren would just punch through it. And Goku obviously scaling far beyond Jiren now. The manipulation of time and space that Goku...
I would say that he scales far beyond him at that point. We don't know how strong Jiren is right now, currently. He might be massively stronger than Goku. Or he might be massively... I say that Jiren is probably massively stronger than Goku right now as we speak. Because he's not going slack on his training. Anyway, with the whole dimension thing working, it's more like, okay, yeah, we've seen feats where Goku was in different realms and different dimensions, and he moved and stopped time. Like, if you want to use Hit's argument, like, okay, yeah, so Hit can manipulate time, or he could put you in a pocket dimension, in his pocket dimension, right? And you can't move. You can't move at all because time over there is frozen for you. But Goku was seemingly able to move in that pocket dimension while time was stopped. So I feel like with this, he could most likely break it by powering up. That's the crazy thing about how, like, when you're trying to, like, argue certain things, is like, while it will affect this character with Dragon Ball characters, all they got to do is power up in order to, like, break it.
Gojo is doing, Goku can just counteract this by punching through the time and space itself. Overall, in the battle between Goku and Gojo, using all this information, Goku's probably going to come out on top. But honestly, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say.
Yeah.
And I have a Archie Sonic video coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. With that out of the way. And
I know you guys is going to want me to react to Archie Sonic because y'all spam me with Archie Sonic, so yeah, I'm going to react to it. Yeah. What you guys think? Like, I said what I said throughout the video. Let me know what you guys think. You can comment down below. It's me, boy Sue, and we're out of here, y'all. Peace.
Now New Orleans, got the pack from New Orleans. They snoring, we scoring. I'm high, I'm soaring. My clothes, they foreign. My girl, she gorgeous. The clout, enormous. of niggas, they not in my sector. Sharp as a nigga, I feel like a vector. Time to go past, I get paid by the second. Million or less, I cannot accept it. I flip the pack and return my investment. Fully the best in that bin, I contested. I ain't no freshman, I'm a veteran, I just success it. Then I next it, let baby hit me up, refreshment. She like my paper, she stretching. It ain't no paper.